Hello and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and your microphone are off today, so our panelists cannot see or hear you, but not to worry because you do have that Q&A function available to you. This is one of many different sessions happening, so make sure you sign up for more. There are 2 more sessions taking place immediately after this event. And then this presentation, along with all of the others, are being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. I will put that link in the chat. But now for our main event, I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter. Kicking it off today, we have the University of Mount Union. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Oops. Sorry. All right. Hello, my name is Taylor Williams, and I am the transferred admissions counselor for the University of Mount Union, and I will be giving some of the important aspects about our university, as well as some of the important support we offer transfer students who are going through that transitioning process. So something I want to key in on is we do have over 90 student organizations, including sororities, fraternities. The cool thing about our student orgs is if there is something that you do have an interest in and we do not have an organization for, you and 3 friends can get together, start an organization. It takes about 3 weeks to fill out the paperwork for everything to go into effect. But put on your resume that you started this organization at your university shows you have really great leadership skills, as well as you can come back some years later as an alumni student and see how much your organization has grown. And it's like, hey, I started that. But we are a pretty active campus with about 85% of our students being involved in at least one student organization. We have 24 varsity athletic teams. We are a D3 school with the spirit of a D1 school, I like to tell people. It's not just students, parents, faculty members who are coming to support our sports teams. It's also citizens of the city of Alliance and neighboring cities and towns who really like to come during our sports seasons, as well as we do have additional club and intramural options for students who are still wanting to remain active, play on the sports teams, but not wanting a schedule as strict as someone playing a varsity athletic sports team. So there are 3 ways you can apply. You can, of course, apply through the Mount Union website. You can apply through Common App, as well as we have something called an Express app. The Express app is just basically a little phone app you'll use to apply. Say if you're just sitting in bed one night and you're like, hey, I want to apply for University of Mount Union, but I don't feel like getting up and getting my computer. So you can just pull out your phone, quickly apply within 2 to 3 minutes and upload your other components later. There is no application fee for all of these ways, as well as there is no application deadline. We are rolling admissions. So some things that you'll need is we'll need your official high school and college transcripts from all of the institutes you attended. For these transcripts to be official, we will need them to come directly from the schools. We also have an application essay, about 300 words, give or take, basically just answering the prompt for transfer students. And we will also need a student standing evaluation form. This form is to be filled out by you and your most recent institution to let us know that you are eligible for immediate re-enrollment. So some avenues we have for students here, for transfer students here at Mount Union is all transfer students are required to take a 1 credit hour transfer student seminar. That class will be taught by your initial academic advisor. All transfer students will have an initial academic advisor who specifically works with transfer students. Her name is Ms. Marcy Mulcaroy. She's also someone you will meet with after paying your deposit to compile your class schedule, as well as we do have a transfer student organization for you to meet and connect with other transfer students. And if you are interested in Mount Union, but you're not sure how your credits will transfer over, you can, of course, submit your unofficial college transcript anytime to credit_transfer@mountunion.edu. And our registrar office will put together a credit evaluation for you. So a little bit of information about the cost of tuition. So for this upcoming school year, the cost of tuition, including room and board, is around $44,300. Transfer students are not required to stay on campus if they live within a 30-mile radius, as well as if they have already lived on campus for 2 years at another institution. With that being said, the average financial aid package is around $27,031. If you are interested in Mount Union, then of course, when it comes time to fill out your FAFSA, make sure you add us to that list of 10 schools you are able to add. And our financial aid office will get your information and be able to put together a package for you within about 2 to 3 weeks of receiving that information. So we do have scholarships that are transfer specific. The highest one that we offer now is $15,000 with a 3.5 plus GPA. All scholarships will have a housing grant added onto it if you decide to stay on campus, and that housing grant is $3,000. We also have visual and performing arts scholarships for students who are interested in the arts. Those you will have to audition for, as well as we have the Manzilla Multicultural Scholarship. So if you are interested in maybe coming to campus for a visit, we are doing in-person visits Monday through Friday throughout the summer, with as well as a few Saturday dates. I have a website here, mountunion.edu/visit-campus. You can go on there and look at the calendar, see whatever is available that can fit your schedule. But if you have any other questions, you can contact me, Taylor. I am the transfer admissions counselor. Thank you.
Awesome. What a great way to get us started, University of Mount Union. Thank you so much for that. We are going to turn it over now to Cleveland State University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, perfect. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ryan Hanahan. I'm a senior admissions counselor at Cleveland State University. Thanks for joining tonight. We're really excited to talk with you all about our universities and just educate a little bit more as you get ready to start this college decision process. So a few things about CSU and the main 4 things we want to talk about tonight, just so after today, when you think about Cleveland State, these are what come to your mind is our engaged learning model, our academic reputation, our dynamic campus experience, and obviously, and probably most importantly, the value and affordability of that CSU education and how much it means to our students and our families. So right off the bat, our engaged learning model is not so much a motto, like I just said, but really it's at the heart of everything we do for our students. So it's our way of providing real world life experiences. One thing we always tell students we work with is, we don't want you to attend CSU, sit in a classroom for 4 years, get a degree, go get a job, and then realize on that first week of working your job, you have no interest at all. You don't like anything you're doing, and you're kind of feel like you're stuck there for the next however many years. So what we do at CSU is get you out of that classroom as much as possible. So you're really applying things hands-on. You really understand, okay, this is what I learned in my business class this morning, but here's what it means to actually do that in an actual career. So being in downtown Cleveland has a lot of opportunities to do that for our students. We actually are able to offer over 3,000 internships each year to our students. And a lot of those are going to be Fortune 500 or Fortune 250 companies right by our campus, since we're located right in the heart of downtown Cleveland. With our academic reputation, we're consistently listed as a top university by U.S. News and World Report. We're consistently listed as one of the best universities by Military Times. So for any veterans who are looking to come back to school, we really like to help them out as much as possible. A few things we do on campus for our students that include academic advising. So all first-year freshmen have a first-year advisor, really within their entire first year, just to help with that transition from high school to college. After that, you actually get a department-based advisor, so someone who's going to be with you those remaining years at CSU, just to help you out with those classes that you need to take in order to graduate on time. We also offer multi-term registration to really allow our students to live that engaged learning mindset, to really put as much time as they can into that internship or co-op, but also make sure they're spending enough time in the classroom. So with multi-term registration, you're able to schedule your whole fall and spring schedule all at one time. And like I said, that's just to make sure that you're being able to split up your time evenly between your classwork, but also with that internship or co-op or anything else that you might be doing outside the class. We really want to make sure you can spend as much time as possible doing all those things and aren't, stretching from one to the other and taking away from something else. So with our dynamic campus experience, so it's no secret we're located right in the heart of downtown Cleveland. So we're not your typical, college town with a highway in, highway out, kind of something like that. We're right in the middle of a city that's gone through a lot of changes in the last 4 or 5 years. And what's great about that is our students have been able to get involved just because they're located right there. So we really encourage students to get out, see the city, take advantage of everything that's happening, because a lot of things that are happening around our campus you won't experience at another college or university. So we really want to make sure you enjoy your time as much as possible inside the classroom, but also outside the classroom with these different things. So a few of the pictures here on the screen include the West Side Market, which is just down the street from campus across the bridge. We're right on Lake Erie, so there's a ton of metro parks as well as beaches. So we encourage students to go down there and check that out. The Cleveland Indians Stadium is right down the street, so it's always fun after class one day to walk down and catch a live game. But really, with the Cavs, Indians, and Browns are all right there in our backyard. So anything happening on those at those stadiums kind of floods onto our campus. So our students again have a great opportunity to enjoy really anything that's happening there. And then there's a bunch of different museums right within walking distance or a short commute. So again, we love our campus, we love where we're located, but we really want to make sure you get out and experience the city because a lot of really great things are happening there. If you do want to stay on campus, though, we do offer over 200 different clubs and organizations. So most likely you'll find something that's going to spark your interest, but if not, it's very easy to start one. All you need is 3 other students and a faculty member to sign off on it, and you have your own club or organization. And it can be really whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to have any academic value. Some of our tour guides have started a macaroni and cheese club, and I have no idea what they do, but it includes macaroni and cheese, and I think they're going to be helping out with the food bank and stuff like that. But can't be a bad group to join if macaroni and cheese is involved. So we always encourage students, want to make sure you find a group of similar interests, have a good time in the classroom, but also, like I said, outside the classroom just because of where we're located. So like I said, value and affordability is probably the most important part of the presentation. Right off the bat, we already offer one of the lowest tuition rates in the state. On top of that, we offer a number of merit-based as well as institutional scholarships to really help our students cut down on that cost. One of the best things we offer, though, is our CSU guarantee program. So essentially what that means is whenever you become a student at CSU, wherever that tuition rate is, you're locked into it for the 4 years or 8 semesters it takes you to reach your degree. So that way, it allows our students and their families a better budget, better plan. There's no surprises coming your way while you're at CSU. You know exactly what your tuition is for each and every semester. So that way you can budget, can plan. And really the overall goal is just when you do graduate, you go into the career field with less debt. We want to make sure, you do your time at CSU, you get that degree, you get that job, and you start making money as soon as possible. So that's why we really encourage that and really like that CSU guarantee program, just so it allows our students and their families a better budget and better plan, like I said, during their time at CSU. So this gives you a quick little overview of our current tuition and fee schedule. Obviously, it will be adjusted every year, just depending on the tuition. But right now, our students are paying for in-state a little over $11,000, and for out-of-state just under $16,000 for a full year. So if you're looking by semester, you just divide this all by 2. You can see the room and board charges there. So we don't actually require any students to stay on campus if they don't want to. We do have 2 very nice residence halls available for students, but like I said, no one is required to stay on campus if you don't want. There are different apartment complexes as well as some neighboring, towns that students like to live in. So we encourage them to do that as well. But if you do live on campus, you will be required to have a meal plan. So those are the typical costs of a residence hall, as well as a meal plan for a full year for a student. And the miscellaneous fees, those are always changing, but as you can see, we do include parking there. That's because we do have different garage space and lots for all of our faculty, students, and staff. So if you want to have a car, you're more than welcome to bring one. If you do live in the residence halls, you will be guaranteed a spot if that is something you choose. But being in downtown, and no matter what city you go to, parking is always going to be a hassle. So the fact that we can guarantee that for our students is a great thing. So like I said, we do offer a number of merit-based scholarships. Really the biggest thing I will say is you want to make sure all of your materials are to us by March 1st. That's because they are as funds are available. So by March 1st, we can guarantee that scholarship. In-state students, they typically range up to $24,000. And for out-of-state students, as you can see, it's about $8,500 a year for out-of-state students. I will talk real quickly about our application before finishing off here, but we have 2 different ways to apply. So we are on the Common App, but what I would encourage you to do is fill out the engagecsu.com and check out our biking application. It's an internal app, very quick and easy. Should only take you about 10 minutes. And as you can see, there's only a few things we need in addition to that application, including your high school transcript, and we are waiving ACT or SAT test scores. For transfer students, we will need all official college or university transcripts from accredited institutions. And then that last thing, before I pass it over, is there is an application fee. We actually are waiving that, but that is subject to change here in the next few months. So just keep an eye on that. If that does change, we will make sure to let you know. But yeah, there's some contact info. So if you have any more questions, feel free to reach us by phone or email. We'll be happy to connect you with your admissions counselor and answer any questions you have about CSU. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Cleveland State University. Okay, before I turn it over to Johnson and Wales University, I'm just going to remind everyone that that Q&A function is open, so go ahead and get your questions in at any time. But Johnson and Wales University, we're ready whenever you are.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for stopping by tonight to take a look at some of these great universities. My name is Christian Zimmerman. I am the Pennsylvania Admissions Counselor with Johnson.
Oh, Christian,
There we go.
Yeah.
Got it. Good evening, everyone. My name is Christian Zimmerman, Pennsylvania Admissions Counselor with Johnson and Wales University. I take care of everyone from the state of Pennsylvania, so if you ever have any questions about anything at all, please do not hesitate to contact me. Right now in the chat box, I put my contact information, call, text, or email anytime with any questions that you have. But let me go ahead and share my screen right now. There we are. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so Johnson and Wales University. We are located, we have two different campuses, which I'll talk about in a second. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is why Johnson and Wales. You know, why there are like 2,400 universities in the United States. Why in the world will you choose Johnson and Wales, the place where you're going to go to get your education? Well, here are some of the reasons why. Campus locations at the top. The first campus that we have, the largest campus, our main campus, is in Providence, Rhode Island. The Providence, Rhode Island campus, right in the middle of the city, excuse me, about 9,000 students. Most of the majors that we offer are going to be on that campus as well. We have a second campus located in Charlotte, North Carolina, again, right downtown, about 5 blocks away from the city center. The Charlotte campus is a little bit smaller than the main campus in Providence, only about 2,000 people. But as long as the major is offered there, you would do your entire time there, all 4 years, and then graduate from there. Excuse me. One of the biggest things that sets us apart, aside from the fact that we have 2 campuses, which is absolutely fantastic, one of the biggest things is learning while doing. A lot of the schools have talked about this, how experiential education is the industry term, learning while doing. It's getting your hands dirty. It's getting out there, actually taking the time to learn all the information in the classroom and put it into practice while you're actually out there in the field. We have learning laboratories for every single major that we have on campus, a learning laboratory associated with it. Some of those might be literal laboratories, like a biology laboratory. Some of those might be an outdoor garden for a food sustainability major, something along that line. Things to really get your hands dirty. And then on top of that, every single major that we have will require an internship of some kind. And we have partnerships right now with 1,600 companies worldwide. We'll work with you to try to find the place that best suits your career goals, best suits your values, and then gives you as much experience as possible before you even get out into the working world. Faculty to student ratio of 18:1, average class size of about 18 students. Really small. You get to know your professors really well, but then those professors get to know you really well also. They get to know who you are. They get to know the quality of your work. When it comes time to for them to write a letter of recommendation or pick up a phone call for a recommendation for a future employer, you're going to get that from a professor who knows who you are and can attest to the quality of your work. Academics, over 85 different majors that we offer. This is not a list of the majors. This is a list of the basic categories of our majors. They fall into 5 different colleges. College of Business, 25 different business majors, depending on what you're looking to do in the business world. We're going to have a major that's going to cover it. College of Culinary Arts is probably what we're best known for. Over 4,000 students are studying culinary arts, baking and pastry arts, culinary science, nutrition, whatever it might be, studying on our campuses. That's 1/3 of our student body studying culinary arts. College of Engineering, 4 engineering majors, as well as computer science and graphic design. We have a College of Arts and Sciences, and these are standard majors that you're going to find at most colleges in the US, like biology and psychology and criminal justice. We're going to throw our particular spin on it with our learning laboratories and that required internship that you're going to have before you graduate. And then our 5th college is our College of Hospitality Management. Excuse me. You can take a look right there at our website if you want further information, the course list, whatever it might be of our majors, jwu.edu/majors. Sports, if you're looking to do athletics, we are Division III for everything that you see on this list. If you're looking to do anything athletic-wise, you're looking to be recruited as an athletic student, you want the coach to be able to get in contact with you, the website at the bottom, jwuathletics.com. Go there, fill out a recruitment form for the sport that you're looking for. Coach will be able to get in contact with you. The coach will let you know if they want to see a highlight reel, a YouTube page with one of your games, whatever it might be, they'll be able to let you know. And then also at that same website, JWU Athletics, take a look at some of the scores, schedules, and athletics fields. Take a look at the facilities that we have that you'll get to play on. 94% of our students will receive some kind of financial aid from Johnson & Wales, and that's usually going to be in the form of a merit-based scholarship. Average tuition for Johnson & Wales, we're a 4-year private liberal arts college in the Northeast US. If our tuition that we're asking for is about $35,000 per year. If you're looking at other 4-year private liberal arts colleges, you might be seeing tuition of like $50 or $60 or $70,000 a year for tuition. We only ask for 35, but then on top of that, we're also going to offer you a merit-based scholarship based entirely upon your grades and GPA, anywhere from $1,000 up to $23,000 per year scholarships just based upon your high school GPA and the classes you've taken in high school. If you can get that top scholarship, $23,000, that is 65% off tuition, just like that, right before anything else at all. Application process is pretty simple. Excuse me. We're on the Common App. We have our own application on our website. I'll show you the link in a second. Our application will become open in around July 4th. Is when you'll be able to log on, create an account, and be able to fill out an application for us. We only require your high school transcripts then. March into your guidance office, tell them you want your transcript sent to Johnson & Wales. We'll be able to take a look at that. We do not require SAT or ACT scores. We are test optional. We do not require it. We have never required it. Personal statements, essays, letters of recommendation, all optional. The only thing we require are high school transcripts. Once we get that and your application, usually about 3 or 4 weeks or so until we can give you a decision. But if you are a rising senior right now, if you get us your application and your transcripts by November 1st of your senior year, you're considered early action. We can have a letter, hopefully of acceptance, a letter of a decision in your hand before Thanksgiving. And that's it. No additional anything else with that. No additional commitments or anything. We just want to have a letter in your hand before Thanksgiving. We want to be the first. And then also, if you're looking to visit campus, jwu.edu/visit. We are offering virtual tours as well as on-campus tours for both the Providence, Rhode Island and the Charlotte, North Carolina campus. Go on there, walk around, see if Johnson & Wales doesn't jump out at you. See if you don't get that feeling in your gut, like falling in love that says, yes, this is it. This is the college that I want to spend my next 4 years. That is all I have. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everyone. Again, my contact information is in the chat box. My name is Christian Zimmerman, Pennsylvania Admissions Counselor. Good luck in the future.
Thank you so much, Johnson & Wales University. Okay, we are going to hear now from Tusculum University. Take it away whenever you are ready.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My name is Steve Schultz. I am with Tusculum University. We are Tennessee's first college. We're also the 28th oldest school in the country, founded in 1794. We are a small school. As you'll probably see in a little bit, we only have about 1,300 students in our undergraduate program and another 700 in our graduate programs. So we are a very personal school. Our largest class on campus last year had 29 students in it, and our average class size is between 12 to 15, depending on your major. We don't have any professors that don't teach. So even if our professors are doing research, they're involving the students in that research. So right now on campus, our chemistry professors and our business professors and our sports management professors are all doing research with our undergraduate students. So a little bit about Tusculum, what makes us different. First of all, we are what's called a civic and liberal arts university. We're one of the very few left in the country. And what that simply means is we don't just teach you how to do something, we teach you why you want to do it and why you're going to do it and what good it is for your community. So our students do average about 70,000 community service hours per year as a student body. Again, that's over only 1,300 students. So it's a very, very active student body. And most of those community service hours are within organizations or within their actual major. So our nursing students have been running their own vaccination clinics in Greene County here in Tennessee. Our sports management majors are working with youth football and softball and baseball, providing coaching for free for those students in higher need areas. So all of our students, all of our majors have some sort of community involvement, not just community service, like I said, but actually what job do you want to do and what difference can that make in your community? We are located, like I said, in Greenville, Tennessee. If you don't know where that is, that's fine. It is, it's home to the 19th president of the United States, Andrew Johnson, but also we're about an hour north of Asheville, North Carolina, about 4 hours south of Lexington, Kentucky, and about an hour from Dollywood, if you've ever been there in East Tennessee. We're about 45 minutes from there. So it's a beautiful area. We're up in the foothills, the Blue Ridge and the Smoky Mountains. It's a great place to be from. Not right now, it's raining a whole lot, thunder and lightning, so if I cut out, I'm sorry. We were named one of the most valuable bachelor's degrees in the entire nation over the past few years. And they take that basically off of our average cost of attendance versus our average starting salary of our graduates. Now, as far as our half of Tennessee, from Bristol all the way to Nashville, we are the #1 school for career placement. Over 92% of our graduates have a full-time career within 10 years of graduating. And that's important to us, obviously, and that small class size really does drive that home. But we also are one of the most affordable schools in the country. So our average tuition is around $25,000 a year, and every single one of our students receives some sort of merit scholarship. And that is literally getting accepted gets you something. We are a private school, but we do still accept federal aid. And if you have any ties to Tennessee, you might even get Tennessee state aid. Now these numbers have changed. These numbers were during the pandemic. So we do have students now from 38 states and 40 different countries as students are allowed back into the country. It's a very small student body, but a very, very diverse student body. So you'll meet students from all over the world, all over the country, right here in our tiny little town of Greenville, Tennessee. And if you do decide you want to apply, our application is always going to be free. Tusculum.edu/apply. You can apply for, if you're a transfer student, if you're a senior in high school, you can apply for free anytime, depending on, you can apply as early as right now for fall of 2022, even. So, and we still have room for fall of 2021. We are a rolling admission school, so there are no deadlines on any of those applications. We are an NCAA Division II school, which means we do offer scholarships for athletics as well as for our marching band and cheerleading. So if you're interested in any of those things, you can go to our website, TusculumPioneers.com, and check out all the different sports we have. It's a very, very active student body. About 60% of our student body are student athletes, and another 20% are members of our band or theater program. So like I said, it's a very, very active student body. One of the main reasons for that is we don't do classes after 3 o'clock. And we don't do classes Fridays or weekends. So your coaches and your directors always know where you are and when they can schedule practice and rehearsal. We do focus very heavily on the fact that you are more than a number. In fact, you're never a number at Tusculum. We will always know your name and where you're from. This is just a sampling of our majors. We have added a few over the past year, but most importantly, besides all the standard majors, you see some odd ones like museum studies. We do now have a historic tourism major as well as a religious history major. But you also see our independent program of study. So if there's something you don't see here, and it's mostly the standard majors, we can add that major in based on the classes that we offer. Now we do require internships for every one of our majors, and you get to start those as early as your sophomore year. So technically you could have up to 3 years of work experience by the time you graduate. You don't have to do it through us, but we will help you find things, and we will always help you find, whether it's here in East Tennessee or home, wherever you are. And then our students obviously go on to great success in their careers. Some of the most recent bragging points: the 2019 National Book of the Year for Poetry was written by a Tusculum graduate, Justin Philip Reed. And so we're one of only 31 schools in the country who gets to say that. And also most recently, some breakthrough chemotherapy work was done by a student who graduated last year and has been nominated for a Nobel Prize for his work in that. So if you have any questions, please please feel free to get a hold of me. You can kind of see a little bit of what our campus looks like with this picture down here. We are in the mountains of East Tennessee. It's a beautiful place to be from. So if you have any questions, just email me at admission@tusculum.edu or give us a call on the number on your screen. We are open for tours, both live and virtual, but there is nothing quite like being in this area. So if you get a chance to come visit, please do. Feel free to schedule a trip to Dollywood in on that. It's a great place to be as well. So I appreciate you all very much. Thank you, and good luck with your decisions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tusculum University. Okay, we are going to turn it over for our last presenter of this session, and that is Sterling College. Whenever you are ready, Sterling College, take it away. Well, it looks like maybe we lost Sterling College. So what we'll do is we will move into the Q&A portion, and then if Sterling College is able to jump back in, we'll make sure that they get a chance to do their presentation as well. So sorry for the shakeup to all my panelists, but I'm going to ask for you to come and join me on video here. We will do a round robin Q&A, and our first question is going to take advantage of all of the expertise that we have here in the virtual room here, and that is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We're going to go ahead and go in the same order, so I will have University of Mount Union start us off with this question.
So some advice I would give would be, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Go to as many colleges as you can. Visit private schools, public schools, even community colleges to see exactly what you're interested in. Make sure you get a college tour, get a look at all the programs that the school has to offer, as well as internship opportunities and different career paths.
Great advice. Thank you. Cleveland State University, what's your advice?
Yeah, so similar to what Taylor said, I think visiting schools is the most important thing. No school is exactly the same, and everything looks good on the internet. So I would, recommend going out and seeing as many as you can, because something might look great on the internet and then you get there for a tour and it's completely different than what you thought. So I would recommend checking those out and then asking questions. Don't feel bad about ever asking a question to an admissions counselor or a tour guide or anything. That's their job. We want to make sure we help you out. We're, whether it's attending our university or someone else's, the fact that you're, furthering your academic career is a win for all of us. So we want to make sure you get the information that you need. So get out there and ask questions and see as many as you can.
Absolutely. Thank you. Johnson and Wales University, what would you like to add?
Well, excuse me, what I'll add is everything everyone mentioned so far, incredible. Absolutely great advice. Again, I'll reiterate what I said during my presentation. Visiting a college is like falling in love. You never know. It's a feeling you get in your gut that says, yeah, this is it. This is the place that I belong. This is the place that I should be for the next 4 years. But also, if you have an interest in a particular topic, if you're looking, you're really serious about a particular major, go onto the website, get information from some of the professors and talk to the professors as well. Get in good with the professors, start talking with them, bringing them on for, they might be able to bring you on as like a research fellow down the road when you're actually a student there. They might be able to bring you in on their research, which means that you might get a credit in the journal article or book that they're writing, which is pretty fantastic while you're still in college. But yeah, take a look at some of the professors and see if there's anyone that's doing anything that really sticks out to you, and give them a call.
Awesome, great tip. Okay, Tusculum University, what would you add?
I hate going last because all the good stuff's taken, but I will say, first of all, scholarships. Apply for every scholarship you find. Remember, those people will never take money away from you. They can only give it to you. So even if you don't qualify, apply for it. And like I said, our job is to help you find the right college. If I lie to you about my school and you still come here, then you know where I work, and I don't want you to be mad at me. So we're going to be upfront with you. Every single one of us has been doing this for a while. We'll be upfront with you, and we'll tell you exactly what is good and what is bad about the school, what fits and what doesn't. So visit the schools, talk to the admissions counselors. I love the idea of finding the professors online and emailing them. You will find that almost every school in this country is very open if you are open to us. So contact us, we will call you back, we will email you back. And don't be afraid of anybody in a college.
Awesome. I know it's hard to go last on that question, but you did a great job. Thank you. Okay, so that helped us learn a little bit more, regardless of where someone goes, some good tips. But now we're going to go back to your respective campuses. So the next question I have for everyone is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? We're going to start back at the top with University of Mount Union.
This is more of a tradition. I just think it's really cute. We have like this kind of like a pond in our campus. Is by the admissions building, and then there's a bridge. And what I've been told is if you are on that bridge and you kiss your significant other, then it means you guys are supposed to be together forever. One of my coworkers who actually, as an alumni of Mount Union, her fiance proposed to her on that bridge. And so I'm like, hey, maybe there's some truth to it.
That is very cute. Thank you for sharing that little tradition with us. Cleveland State University, what is yours?
Yeah, I think really anything, it's more of an event, but really anything that our campus activity board does. I mean, they are always doing something to get students involved on campus, seeing the city. So really anything that they're planning is awesome. I mean, during this last year when we were in a hybrid model, they even shut down one of our parking garages and had like a drive-in movie theater kind of thing, which was really cool. They had people on roller skates coming to different cars and giving, drinks and popcorn and stuff like that. So they do things like that. One of the biggest ones is they actually closed down our whole student center and they have like a glow party. So it's three levels. They bring a DJ, lights. It's a huge dance party right there in the heart of campus. So that's always a cool one, and something I think every student and pretty much everyone at the university is excited for when that's leading into it.
Yeah, that all sounds great. Thanks for sharing. Johnson and Wales University, your favorite?
Yes, absolutely. It's an event as well. And it's actually one for prospective students, if I can plug those right now. Every summer, we offer career exploration days for just about every major that we have on campus, some kind of career exploration where you'll come to campus, you'll spend 2 or 3 days there, sleep overnight in our dorms, and actually get to work with our professors before you're even a student on a special project for the marketing major, for culinary arts major, for biology, whatever it might be. We have those events every single summer where you will get to be a college student and work with those professors on college level work before you even move your stuff into the dorms for freshman move-in day.
Awesome. I like the prospective student option there. That's awesome. Okay, Tusculum University, your favorite.
So mine's easy. So we have on our campus, we have one of the 2 official state trees of the state of Tennessee. Her name is Old Oak, and she's about 300 years old. And so every year, about 3 weeks before finals, we have the Old Oak Festival. So we have musicians, food trucks, all kinds of events. And our little campus of about 1,300 students has about 15 to 20,000 visitors that week. And we do everything from, we produce student written plays. This year we did about 12 of them. Our baseball team lets kids hit off our pitchers, and our band lets people just come up and conduct them. It's just it's a huge party on campus for the entire family. So that's easily our favorite event on campus.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you. And Tusculum University, you kind of led us at the beginning of your answer into our next question a little bit, which is give an interesting or fun fact about your campus. So we already learned about your tree, so you'll have to come up with something else now. This is my favorite question of the event because I think someday this is going to help me get a Jeopardy question right. So to each of our campuses, what is an interesting or fun fact about your school? One last time, starting at the top with University of Mount Union.
So Mount Union's football stadium is actually the oldest college football stadium in the state of Ohio.
That is definitely going to be on Jeopardy someday, right?
I feel like it would be.
Thank you, University of Mount Union. Cleveland State University?
Yeah, so our campus is actually built on the old Millionaires Row in downtown Cleveland. So some of those actual like giant mansions are now offices for our administrators. So it's gotten a lot of changes, but then you have these really great giant old buildings that we're part of the Millionaires Row in downtown Cleveland. So it's a cool part of history kind of built into our campus.
Very cool. Thank you. Johnson and Wales University.
Yes, thank you. The Johnson and Wales, again, campuses in Rhode Island and North Carolina, but we have a Pennsylvania connection as well. The two founders of our university, two women, Gertrude Johnson and Mary Wales, they actually met while they were teaching at the Pennsylvania Normal School, which today is known as Millersville University. They began while they were teaching there. They decided to open a business college, moved up to Rhode Island. The lore is 1 student and 1 typewriter, and today we have over 12,000 students.
And how many typewriters?
Oh, actually, no, probably 0. It's 2021.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that little history lesson on Johnson and Wales University. Okay, Tusculum University, what other fact do you have for us?
I've got plenty. We're a very old school. My favorite one is that we are the home to President Andrew Johnson's official presidential desk and library, as well as one of his 5 deathbeds, because apparently presidents used to get 5 deathbeds. So they're all on our campus.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that. That's great to have a presidential museum and deathbed there. All right, everyone, we are reaching the end of this event. Let me share my screen one last time. I want to really thank all of our presenters here for sharing that great information, the great information about all of their campuses and programs. I learned a lot. I hope everyone did as well, and that you'll do some Googling, maybe reach out to some of the folks that you met here to learn more about if this is a good fit for you. I also want to thank those of you who are attending, whether you are here live or you are catching this recording on another date. We hope you learned a lot. And I want to remind everyone that this is one of many sessions happening. So you have 2 more sessions taking place yet this evening where you can hop into those events. And then all of the events are being recorded, and you can catch those recordings at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Last but not least, when you close your browser today, you're going to get a very quick 4-question survey. Any information you can provide on making this event better would be much appreciated. All right, everyone. Thank you again. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.